Hi Gemini, welcome back. Gemini, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. Now, interestingly enough, I actually did your reading a few days ago, and I was waiting to post it, but then when I went to go edit it, I realized it was only 15 minutes long. Albeit it was a good reading, and so I'm going to keep it and I'm going to attach it to the end of this reading. And so you're going to get 2 mini readings as opposed to 1 long reading. But it just didn't feel right to put out a 15-minute video for Gemini when all the other zodiac signs are about 20 to 30 minutes. So I decided I can't do that to you guys. I love you too much. So I'm going to do some additional messages, and then when this video ends, the other video that I already did will start, and you can get those messages as well. When I was sitting in the meditation today for you, Gemini, they started showing me mushrooms and tie-dye, which sounds kind of hippie-ish. But hey, you know, that's what they showed me. I don't know if that resonates with you. Take it. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. But symbolically speaking, with the tie-dye reference, because the colors were kind of bleeding into each other, it's like the colors of your life, right? Your life experience and all of that kind of bleeding into who you are now and helping to develop you, and also contributing to what's to come next for you. I feel like there might be something that you want to talk about during this time frame, as I kept getting the song Talk About It, but then right on the heels of that, I got a song where they say, "Don't talk to me." It's on TikTok. Don't talk to me. But I feel like maybe you're going back and forth. Like, you want to talk about it, but then you don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You want to put yourself out there, but then you second guess yourself. You know, the twins, the Gemini twins might be at war or at odds with one another during this time frame for whatever reason. Or you could be dealing with someone that maybe wants to talk and you don't, or vice versa. Something like that going on in the energy, I feel. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I was also shown, I shouldn't say shown, it felt like sometimes, usually I get images through music and songs, but it actually sounded like a dialogue going on in my brain, as if someone was actually talking to me. And, you know, when I'm not sitting here doing messages, sometimes I do have conversations in my head with my guides. So I feel like there's some psychic Geminis that are watching this, and some of you are aware of that already and you talk to your guides all of the time. Some of you are not aware of that, but you're coming to identify that, starting to realize that the voice in your head is not always you. It's not always your voice, and starting to be able to decipher your energy from other entities, from other energies, okay? That can be quite shocking if you've never channeled before. I know when I started to be able to channel, at first it was a little bit confusing and, I mean, a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. You almost feel like you're going crazy at first. But as you strengthen that muscle, it gets easier and easier to discern you from them. All right, which truthfully, you and them is an illusion. Geminis, we're all connected. We're all part of the collective. So that's for my Geminis that are opening up their own intuition right now. That's not going to resonate with all of you. Not all of you are on that path, but some of you are, and that's why you were drawn to the reading. But either way, regardless of what path you're on, let's see what we've got going on for Gemini. And I'm going to do another, like I said, 15-minute read here, and hopefully you enjoy both of them and you resonate with both. So let me get 1 card for Gemini. Now they're giving me another song. Sorry, I guess, what's going on with my cards? You don't want to give me a card? But in the meantime, I'm getting another song that's coming through. You say it best when you say nothing at all. So some of you, if you're going back and forth between wanting to say something, not wanting to say something, and there's uncertainty in your vibration, the message is until you're ready, until you're really clear, Gemini, to say nothing at all. All right? When we feel trepidation, when we feel anxiety, when we're in a lower level emotion, that is not the time to put plans into place or to communicate something that's really important to us. Wait until you're in a high vibration, meaning you're feeling good that day, you're feeling happy, you're feeling in your higher self. Then check to see, how do you feel about it at that point? And if you still want to move forward with something, you still want to communicate something, then that's the time to do that, because you're in the flow, right? And what showed up right here, Gemini, was the flow and the moon. So the emotions are definitely going to be flowing during this time frame, and in a way, this is a very harmonious energy as long as you're going with the flow, but it can be very contradictory energy if you're pushing against your life by not being here now, by not appreciating, you know, who you came to this earth to be. That's all pushing against. Going with the flow is like this state of acceptance, this state of gratitude, this state of I'll handle it one moment at a time, and staying ahead of the way that you're thinking and feeling. I feel like it's going to be an emotional period for you. This also talks, coincidentally enough, about home and family conditioning, which when this reading is over and the next reading begins, that's kind of what that reading was about, some sort of family conditioning that happened in the past going on that's impacting you in the now. So like I said, stay tuned until that reading, because I feel like this is kind of a continued message here. But this also talks about your privacy and keeping your emotions private and doing some self-soothing. You're kind of being your feelings a little bit here, Gemini. So let me get an Angel Oracle card. And you have the Four of Pentacles. So some of you, it's like trying to contain, trying to control your emotions so that you can go with the flow. You know, not letting your emotions get the best of you, or that's what you're being guided to do, right? Easier said than done sometimes, yes, but I think as an air sign, such as yourself, Gemini, that you have the wherewithal to be able to do that better than most zodiac signs, okay? So let's go into Knight of Pentacles. And since this is a dual reading, I'm only going to get 2 cards, not the Knight of Pentacles. Let's go into the tarot cards is what I meant to say, but the Knight of Pentacles is out. I'm going to do 2 cards, head, heart, soul, and then flip over to the next reading. So in your head space, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like this is you trying to be practical, trying to be grounded, taking it one day at a time, one moment at a time, not letting yourself get overly involved in other people's business or way too in the future thinking, but to just ground yourself and take it one moment at a time. Some of you might be working on your home or getting things organized, or you might really benefit from that. But this is like organizing your thinking. And for the longest time, Gemini, there was a whole lot of whirlwind of thoughts going on. And a lot of the readings that I was doing for you a few months ago, there was a lot of scatterbrain or like scattered thoughts going on. And so I'm happy to see that at least during this time frame, it's a little bit more organized, a little bit more clarity here, a little bit more practical energy coming in the thought space, which is kind of allowing you to kind of gain control over those emotions that seemed a little bit erratic, especially around after the new moon, which is already passed, but going into the full moon, and allowing you to go with the flow a little bit more. Some of you might be thinking about investment opportunities, or you know, where you want to plant your seed. You may be thinking about even new locations is what I'm getting for some of you, but it doesn't have to be a physical location. It can also be just relocating your mind, if that makes sense. But I did get the word relocating, so for some of you that's legit what it is, but take it as it resonates. Let's see what's in the heart space here. Seven of Swords, the Two of Cups. Wow. So there does seem to be some sort of facade going on around a relationship. And this could be why you're getting yourself in order here, so that you are kind of distracting your mind a little bit from the emotions of whatever is going on behind the scenes when it comes to one specific relationship. This could be an intimate relationship. It doesn't have to be. This could also be related to the reading that's going to follow this one. So make sure you catch that reading, because you might be able to link the two up and put the puzzle pieces together. Because I do feel like there's a little bit of a puzzle going on, or a situation that has puzzled you for a long time. There might have been some deception around it. You know, you might have covered up your emotions in regards to a significant relationship, or somebody may have done that to you. There's a sense of like not really trusting in relationships because of this, or not always trusting the motives of another person when you're connecting with them, even if it's an old connection, does not matter, or a new connection. It's this sense of, I heard I'm out to get you. It's this sense of fear that there's something or someone out to get you, or someone judging you, or someone analyzing you. And some of you, that's not even an actual truth. That's just paranoia speaking to you. But because you're thinking that, you will give yourself evidence of that, because that's how law of attraction works. Others of you, that may be the truth, but you're still giving it too much of your focus. You know? Because I feel like you have other things here that you could focus on that's more practical and grounded, that will keep your energy high vibrating. Let's see what the higher spiritual message is here, Gemini. I just had somebody pull up, don't mind. Two of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups. I heard don't turn around. Okay. Don't turn around or don't turn back. Not giving me share. If I could turn back now. But see, here's the thing, Gemini, is they're saying that it's not therapeutic to continue to look backwards. And that takes you out of the flow. That always takes you out of the flow. Unless you're placing your mind on good memories of the past. But oftentimes when we think of the past, we don't usually go to the good first. I don't know why that is. It's just the ego thing, I guess. But they're saying keep moving forward here. I do feel like there's some back and forth in the energy. Like a head and heart type of thing going on here. You know you're headed in the right direction, but you don't necessarily trust your emotions or your heart, or for some of you, a relationship partner. And so it's like, well, head in that direction anyways, and what will be, will be. You know, in the bigger picture, it's like the only way you're going to know if something is the truth is to truly let your focus off of it and see what becomes of the situation naturally. And that's what you're being asked to do, is to allow yourself to go with the flow and see what comes up in the energy for you. They're really giving me that song now. If I could take back all the words that have hurt you, you'd say. Somebody might have said some hurtful words in the past that really made an impact on you. And definitely check out the next reading. The reading that's going to start as soon as this one ends. If that's the case, or you might have done that, you know. Sometimes we're the one to blame. Not that I believe in the blame game. I don't. I think we all live life to the best of our abilities. Sometimes we get it right. Sometimes we learn a lesson, you know. Let's see what the guidance is for this reading, and then I'm going to let you hop on to the next one. Gemini, guidance. says synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. That's what I was saying. Some of you are opening up your own psychic abilities. And the earliest sign that you're awakening is seeing signs and symbols. You know, asking for a sign and getting it. So be on the lookout for like repetitive numbers or signs, synchronicity, symbols. You're talking about it and then it shows up in the environment, that type of thing. But I'm going to leave this one here, Gemini, and we're going to roll into the next one. The zodiac signs that are most present in this reading is Pisces and Libra. You might be dealing with that or have that somewhere in your chart, or it's just the influencing vibes, okay? So, see you in 5 seconds. Namaste. Hi, Gemini. Welcome back. Woo. So, Gemini, this is your spiritual tarot reading. We're going to go ahead and get started. I already have some messages for you from the collective meditation that I did on the Gemini energy. And, like, before I could even sit down, I got this song by Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's an old one. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. So I don't know if the first of the month is significant to you, the first month of the year, which would be January, or August 1st, since July 1st has already passed, but something about the first of the month. And like needing to wake up in the energy. And then I asked specifically one question, which is, what is the overall Geminis need to hear the most? And the phrase that I got is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I don't know how many Geminis needed to hear that. Some of you have some healing around some insecurities that you have about yourself or self-esteem issues within you that you need to kind of release and understand that each one of us is unique in our own unique way and all beautiful in the eyes of God, you know. But this is also talking about divinity, superpower, softness, and softening pain around oneself. And I think what it is this painful image that some of you have of yourself, or self-image, that really tears you out of your alignment. And it could be something that you've been told is wrong with you, but it's actually a beneficial gift to you, or there's like a transmutation that can happen around that energy, Gemini, meaning like it's something that's changeable within you. It's all in the eye of the beholder, though, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is something that occurred pretty early on in life. I'm not going to say as far as childhood, but it could be. As I keep getting those messages for Gemini, that created some sort of like lack of self-awareness, or like you block something out that you were told about yourself was painful, okay? And some of you have learned to tell yourself that as well. Say like, you know, say you had a sibling or a mother who always picked on like this one trait that you have. Maybe they said, well, let's talk about a typical Gemini thing. Maybe that you talk too much, okay? You know, like maybe your mom would always say to you, like, gosh, you talk too much, blah, 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 blah. And so now you find yourself being self-conscious about that, right? Because that's how your mother unconsciously trained you, that was something that was wrong with you, as opposed to something that was right with you. And the way your higher self sees it is, Gemini, that there's goodness in everything, right? And that talkative nature maybe is a strength of yours that you've long suppressed because you thought it was a flaw. All right, it doesn't have to be around specifically communication, but it's something like that. Like a self-limiting belief is the word that they're giving me. And waking up to that, all right? Maybe on the first of the month, I don't know. I love that song. But anyways, wow. So let's get further into the reading, Gemini, and see what we have come out. I got another song too for you, and it's gone now. If it comes back, I'll let you know. Ooh, that's too many. So, yes, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is you getting the truth, getting the truth about who you really are versus who someone told you to be or not to be. And then they just said to be or not to be. So, yeah, I feel like there's a firm foundation of support around you right now, Gemini. Even though the energy seems a little bit erratic, I feel like it's going to clear up. There's something here to be cleared up, and it has to deal with self-image and something that you think or feel about yourself. So let's get into the tarot and go further and see, Gemini, what that looks like. We're going to go into the head space first. Then we're going to go into the heart space to see how you're feeling about it. And then the spiritual big picture. So Gemini's head space. King of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Sorry, let me grab a drink of water here for a second. So, Gemini, there's a deep-rooted thought here, a belief of oneself that has the ability to completely bring you downward into your head. And that's what's needing to be healed in the energy. And on the other side of that healing is a sense of security as opposed to insecurity around that. I feel like that's the overall theme, so that's why I just keep coming back to it. But to go a little bit further down, I feel like, you know, you have some strong habitual thought patterns here, like I said, and it causes some sort of emotional response that traps you in this state of fear or anxiety, or it has you looking at yourself in a negative way. I'm too much this, I'm too much that. I feel like there's a sense of sadness showing up here. Some of you may have very erratic thoughts during this time frame. If you're an intuitive Gemini, your intuition could be so heightened that it causes a panic attack. So be careful with that energy. Like, don't be trying to channel during this energy, you know. I would refrain from that if for my intuitive Geminis. But yeah, it's the sense of belonging as well is what they're giving me. The sense of either wanting to belong or feeling a feeling of belonging that you get in your head about, Gemini, and then it brings you down in the energy. They keep giving me a Jewel song. I've gotten this in readings before. She says, I've been down so long. I've been down so long. Well, that's a self-limiting thought right there, because you've not been down for that long, Gemini. You've had down moments, and you've chosen to give a lot of your focus to those down moments, but you've had a lot of upward moments as well. You know, when you think about when someone says to you, like, yeah, I had a really hard life for the past 5 years, what they mean is I had an event or maybe a few events that were quite painful, and those are the events that trigger me and I remember the most. But that doesn't truly mean that it was bad, because you wouldn't be here, you'd be dead. You know, so there had to be some goodness in those spaces. But because the brain just naturally goes to the issue, the trauma, sometimes it's hard to see that there was pockets of good all along the way, little nuggets of growth and release and renovation within your soul going on. You know what I'm saying? So when you think thoughts like that, like I've been down for so long, that's a self-limiting thought. Instead, tell yourself, I've had down moments and I've had up moments. That's more accurate. All right, so King of Swords, 10 of Wands. It's in their heart space. Ooh, the Star. There's some healing going on. Time to release your burdens here, Gemini. You've been carrying around some stuff for so long. That's why it feels so heavy. It's partly because of the way that you think about it. You know, this mindset of life's always been a struggle for me. You don't know my story. You know, the story alone is baggage. Because in your soul's eyes, it's only ever looking forward. And everything that's happened prior to this now moment is lessons learned and old news in your higher self's eyes. It's only the ego that wants to constantly look back and tell its story, because a lot of us define ourselves, who we are, based on our story. Not even realizing that our story is really just minute experiences experienced over time. It's a different way to think about it, Gemini. Who you are today is whoever you create it to be. But it doesn't have to be based on who you were in the past. But a lot of people do feel that way. They think that. I've always been this, I'll always be that. Is that the truth? So anyways, there's some sort of, what's coming to me. There's some sort of wish fulfillment here that's in the heart space, you know, and you're going about it in a really difficult way. It's like there's an easier way to go about something. And really, it's just by letting it go, by just truly letting everything up until the now go that's held you back, and look towards the future. But if you get caught in the story here, if you start concentrating on your story, it becomes difficult. Not impossible, but more difficult to get to the healing, to get to the wish fulfillment. So let's look at the big spiritual picture here then, Gemini. 2 of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. Whoa. 7 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So there's that indecisive energy coming in, or feeling of being pulled in 2 different directions. It's showing up twice. 2 twos. 222 might be showing up on the clock. You might be seeing 2s. You might want to look up the meaning of the number 2 in numerology, but I feel, and then they gave me the 12th as well for some of you, and the 4. Okay. Anyways, I feel like, yeah, there's like 2 polar opposites of the way you could be seeing something. And that's what the whole reading has been about. And I just keep coming back to it, really. Is do you want to tell the story of your past, or you want to tell about the future of who you're becoming? That is up to you. The path of least resistance is to start focusing more on future, and to kind of block out these negative thoughts, or maybe these negative people that constantly want to remind you of your past, or they trigger something about the past in you, and just truly, you know, namaste and love them from a distance, as opposed to allowing people in your energy that feel not negative and toxic to you, so that you have time to heal. A healed person can be around anyone, their enemy and their friend, and feel unbothered. But if you're still bothered or triggered by a person, place, or event, and then you're not healed from it, and you're best to keep a distance until you do feel strong enough and comfortable enough to be in the presence of that place, person, whatever, without feeling the trigger. That's the space you're really thriving to get to, I feel here, Gemini, as you look towards your future and see all of the new growth opportunity, and stop defining yourself by others' expectations of you, and maybe how you should look and how you should behave, and deciding it for yourself, truly having a clear mind and deciding it for yourself, And then, bam, it's like a renewal energy comes in. You get an immediate cooperative component to something that you want and have been thinking about, because you're getting out of your own way as you go into this energy deeper, as we go into July. So, wow, deep reading. Let's get some guidance here, Gemini. What's the guidance? Wow, I've never gotten this one before. It says, inspire passion. It says, life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. So I really want to point out the words, to set a new goal that's going to reconnect you with all that is sacred. Wow. So, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. Powerful reading. Please do let me know zodiac signs that I'm seeing that you could be dealing with or have in your chart. Pisces, Aquarius are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing, but I also have heavy earth showing up. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Don't get too caught up on that, as it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And don't forget to check out my Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. And I am also on TikTok now, so you can find me there. Tarot Time with Dana, link down in the description box below. For those of you who'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so in the About section. Either way, I'm wishing you the very best. Loving you so much. Till next time, my friends.